We worked very closely with your ministry in Abuja when you were in the cabinet, and education is an important area for us. So pleasure to meet you. And River State, specifically in Niger Delta, more widely, is extremely important to the U.S. mission. We see this part of the country as being really crucial, not only from an economic perspective and oil and all the ways that plays into the Nigerian economy and to our exchanges, but also in terms of security for the country. And if we get it right in the Niger Delta, Nigeria gets it right. If we don't, Nigeria doesn't. And so we're very interested in that. We're here on this visit for a couple of different purposes. Most importantly is to sort of gauge a sense of how the state is doing in advance of elections. My ambassador, myself, and others have really emphasized peaceful elections. And frankly, River State is a place where we're worried that there may be problems, and we want to work closely with candidates like yourself and others, actors across the state, to ensure that the elections are both peaceful and transparent and ultimately represent the will of the people of River State, the will of the people of Nigeria. In addition to that, we have a really wonderful engagement in the Niger Delta that I'd love to talk to you about that includes a number of things, a television show, Dawn in the Creeks, which has the objective of promoting peaceful dialogue between the youth, in particular in Niger Delta, and the authorities of this great state, this great region. There's radio, there's community engagement as well. We'd love for you to know more about that. And we're hopeful that whoever is the next governor of this state will be a good partner in that effort as we move forward. So that's the reason why we're here, and I'm very honored to meet you. And I look forward to our conversation.
Thank you very much, the Consul General and members of your team. Let me, on behalf of my family and the People's Democratic Party, thank you for deeming it necessary to have some kind of interface interaction with us. I've had this with the British Commission, I've had this with the European Union, and today from the American Embassy. Let me sincerely say that it is the policy of the federal government under the President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, on which every Nigerian can attest to, believes in free and fair election. This is the first time you have a government in power that has not used the machinery of government to intimidate and harass opposition in order to win election. There are cases that are found in those states that agree with me that after the election, the governor of those states, Adams Oshimene, went to the villa to thank Mr. President for keeping to the promise of one man, one vote, one woman, one vote, one youth, one vote. And that he is quite satisfied that the president kept to that promise. You will ask yourself, how many sitting presidents in Africa, how many presidents we have had in this country that would have done that? This is the first time. The president has come out to tell the world, I want one man, one vote. Now, on Osun State, it happened. Never used government machinery. He said, we are going to provide security to see that nothing mars the conduct of that election. And the position was clear and the winner. The government never tampered or tried to influence that election. Why am I saying this? When you say that, you think of mere projections or from mere reports in the state. Let me say clearly that those who those who are saying that are meant to raise an unnecessary alarm. Unnecessary alarm in the sense that, sorry, if you are defeated, it will not be to the world that, well, we said at that time that we are going to rig the election, now the election has been rigged. No. If you have followed us, our pattern, you can see that if you don't believe in free and fair election, we cannot go to the point of campaigning for all the votes and creating solicitors. We had to go from community to community to campaign, from ward to ward to campaign, from local government to local government to campaign. That shows we are serious. That shows we don't want to take for granted the electorate. That shows we want to sell ourselves to the electorate. But time has gone when you think that because you have power, you want to influence, you want to tamper with the electoral process. We are not going to be party to that. We would want to support a free and fair election, not violent. But we will resist any attempt by the government here to rig the election. The election is not rigged by federal government. I can tell you this. It's not. Because the machinery at the state level is what is normally used. And who controls the machinery here? Is the government in power. So we are in a good position in this state. But one thing everybody must go home with is the fact that Rivers State is a traditional PDP state. Apart from traditional PDP states, since the creation of this state, just like in America, they are traditional Republican states. They are traditional Democratic states. And so they have always been Republicans, and they have always been Democrats. And then you have some states we call swing states, right? Now in Nigerian politics, Rivers State has always been at the center. Rivers State has never been a minority or in opposition. It has never been the pattern of our politics. And that is why it will be difficult. It will be difficult. It doesn't matter what propaganda or blackmail anybody will carry. That Rivers State will go for opposition. No. And that is why you see, when the governor left the party, that this impression, people felt, oh, now the governor has left PDP, it means that the state has collapsed. But because it's a traditional state for PDP that have never been in opposition before, it became difficult for the people to move, apart from those already who are in government. So what you have today in APC in Rivers State are those who are in government but have to move with the government. But the people who are not in government, which of course is the majority of the people, say, look, we cannot play this game. We have always been traditional conservative states where we follow the center. And that is the way it has been. So that's why you see that there's a lot of, what we call people are saying, no, you cannot, APC cannot win in this state because the traditional state of PDP since 1999. So I can tell you, there will not be any atom of violence, none. You will agree with me that you have had before our primaries from your reports. People say, oh, there will be crisis, there will be this, there will be that. So while we are doing the primaries, if you watch it, it was live coverage. And it was the most acclaimed, transparent, and peaceful election conducted within time. No crisis whatsoever. But if you read on pages of newspapers prior to that primaries, you will see that there is bloodshed, Kenyan Art will come down, places will be burned, but today you've not had anything. So sometimes some of these things are being amplified or blown to excess by the opposition newspapers. If you read the nation newspapers, they will always tell you, they even project the internal progress in PDP. Why? Just to let the world know that PDP is a problem. When there's no problem, you know that when you have primaries, it's what we call the internal democracy. It's not inter-party, it's intra-party. Within you, they have